क्या हाल चाल भाइयों, क्या हाल चाल। वेलकम बैक टू अनदर न्यू लाइव स्ट्रीम। कैसे हो भाइयों? चीटिंग। Okay, lobby. Can we get 2K lobby? Can we reach 2K lobby? जो देख रहे हैं भाइयों, लाइक जरूर कर देना चैनल को, स्ट्रीम को, चैनल को। डोंट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब द चैनल, ठीक है भाइयों? सब्सक्राइब जरूर करना चैनल को। लाइक करो, क्या करो, लाइक नहीं कर रहे हो तुम लोग। लाइक जरूर करना भाई, लाइक करो। ये बस क्रॉस उठाए. क्रॉस पैमर. मैं पहले में क्रॉस पैमर आ. पहली मैच में क्रॉस पैमर. फिर रेडी कर ले. हेलो. चिल्ला क्यों?
Well, football is of course ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway.
Gilberto Silva isn't always part of the conversation, Peter, when it comes to the greatest defensive midfielders of all time, but perhaps he should be.
Why is that?
Well, he was a very unique player. He had a brand of defending that was kind of truly his own. I mean, he hardly ever tackled. He just constantly stalked his opponents, forced them back, more of a repellent than a destroyer, if you like.
And he's had it nicked away. Now that's well seen too. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Passing nice and neat. Oh, he's having a go!
Oh, he's having a goal.
That is wildly off target.
Rummenigge clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Thuram picks it up from the goal kick.
Oh, really?
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, that has not gone well. No goals as yet. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Azar. Ambitious ball here. Now it's Azar. Tries to play it through. Incoming to a header!
वो उधर से भी सेंटर करता है चूतिया प्लेयर.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Xavi Alonso. Yaya Toure is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Great chance here from position A1. And this is a great chance to get themselves back square. Azar!
Well, conceding free kicks in areas like that are an invitation to the set-piece technicians. They have to cut this out.
Well timed, excellent interception. Azar. It's Eto'o! Now, who's going to be first to this? Maldini. And here's Azar.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Zanetti. And that is the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
And we come to
Madrid
you now
go
with a
in
quick
at
request
half-time
for
with
support
a
for our
game to
charity
chase.
fund, Chance in Football.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
तो जितना ही है ना मैं उससे ज़्यादा चल रहा था ठीक है उससे सेंटर पे चूज दिया
Down to business again.
Madrid can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And here's Neymar. He has found the way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Xavi Alonso. Neymar. Threads one in. Hazard. Hazard! And it's in!
तो भाई मेरे गोल की भाई
Two up now, and they are
नीचे से गोल खाता है उसको कुछ भी मारो भाई सर
And
पे
he
सेव
stuck it
होता है
away
चूतिया
as if laser guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Fortuna Sittard are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
No, he refuses to take the bait. Zanetti just loves to go forward whenever he can. Ronaldo purring through the gears. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Fortuna Sittard have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something
क्या
different.
खेल रहे हो भाई ये
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Vieira. Oh, they can break here. Rummenigge. Now it's Hazard. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Eto'o. Nesta, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Knocks it into space. Eto'o has it out wide and in space. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Vieira. And here's Hazard. And that's another good win of the ball.
1 minute added time.
Hazard really needed to concentrate on...
So that's it. It is all over. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things
वो तो
going
जितने भी
pretty
सॉलिड है उसका
awry,
सेफ है
and the outcome in the end virtually unavoidable.
Just a quick request.
Any
today for
reflections on
everyone
what you've
to
seen,
please
Jim?
kindly
Well, Peter,
remove
I
any
really
car
couldn't
parked
see
on
what
the
this
outside
team
the
was
stadium.
trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all
क्या
looked a bit
फायदा भाई
lost.
ऐसे
With
ऐसे
that, it's
खिलाओगे
time
तो
for me to
कैसे
thank Jim
चलेगा
Beglin and to wish you...
भाई मैं जो भी शॉट करता हूँ भाई गोल की सेव होता है ठीक है वो लोग भाई नीचे से भाई तो धीरे से मारता है तो भी गोल हो जाता है चूतिया गेम है बहन का लोड़ा जो देख रहे लाइक जरूर कर देना। जो देख रहे भाई वो लाइक जरूर करना भाई उस स्ट्रीम को, और जो न्यू हो भाई सब्सक्राइब जरूर कर देना चैनल को। अभी ये कौन सा जर्सी भी बढ़िया लग रहा है इसका।
Colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here.
The Netherlands promoted the philosophy of total football, and Clarence Seedorf is one of its finest exponents.
Yeah, pretty hard to find a weakness, isn't it?
Yeah, and for all his strengths, Peter.
अरे नहीं यार,
Every bit the assured keeper there.
फेक शॉट नहीं करना था मेरे को।
He's on the very top of his game here.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass...
Oh, that is up shapes to shoot!
ओह लकी गोल भाई, लकी गोल मिल गया।
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Madrid have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
The ball has bounced loose now. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Madrid leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Rummenigge, good ball, good take.
मैं यार
That's really well
फेक
cleared.
शॉट क्यों कर रहा हूँ मैं।
He claimed it in a trice. Yaya Toure. Here's a perfect combination of brain and brawn. This is a promising build-up. Great ball, and can he finish? Against the crossbar. And he's taking no chances there. Madrid already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. And here's Cruyff. Oh, it's a great ball here. Loose ball now. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Toure clears without hesitation. Now it's Hazard. Now it's Eto'o. Can he spark a counter here? No, that's been intercepted.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And now the breakaway. And he's decided to go for it. Well, it was a chance, but meat and drink for the keeper.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Might be danger here. Casillas getting this one clear and claimed it back swiftly. There will be a throw-in.
चंद्रमोत का सोजा और क्या और हासी और में क्या प्लेस चेंज मत करना है,
Rummenigge.
समझा नहीं।
Seedorf. That's the end of the first 45.
सुपर स्ट्रेस समझा नहीं वे क्या तुम कहना चाहते हो।
But just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents...
चंद्रमोहत का सोजा और हसी और में के प्लेस को चेंज मत करना है।
Only breakthrough. It's 1-0.
क्या कहना चाहते हो भाई? हेलो, इधर से गया मेरा दिमाग के, ठीक से भरो, ठीक से ही पढ़ रहा हूँ पर मेरे दिमाग के ऊपर से गया ऐसा।
Away we go again. Madrid leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Maldini. And it's Vieira. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Eto'o really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That looks a good ball through. It's Eto'o!
It's Eto.
Sensational from Eto'o! He's got himself an absolute peach. And there's the goal they've been looking for. It was thrashed in, the crispest of hits.
Well, he's absolutely
Eto'o!
अबे सेव कर दिया भाई.
And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Eto'o clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. And he's there to clear it. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's picked out the run. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. And it's with the keeper. Ferdinand. Maldini. Passing is crisp and sharp. Lobbed in behind. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Pull it. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Van Dijk. And they win it back again.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Throw in.
Throw in.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Now, can they get him away? Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Madrid can consider themselves just about safe now. O'Shea. And it's Cruyff.
সন্ধ্যাবেলা চলে আসে তো ওরা হাট থেকে. ফোন করেছিল.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
There will be 1 minute added time.
1 minute to add according to the board. Now it's Hazard.
Now it's Hazard.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Madrid can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally. All round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride. Eto'o voted man of the match and deservedly so. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Madrid really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
ये सुपर सीरियस भाई तुमने लिखा है ये है क्या चीज मेरे को ये जानना है पहले हैं क्या ये चीज change the place C and M C and M का प्लेस चेंज मत करना समझ गया पर पहले मतलब कहना क्या चाहते हैं ये मेरे को जानना है सी और एम का प्लेस चेंज मत करना है। तो जो देख रहे हो भाई स्ट्रीम को लाइक जरूर करके जाना, नहीं हो तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर करना, ठीक है? अरे सपोर्ट वापोर्ट दिखाओ भाइयों। सब्सक्राइब जरूर करना भाइयों, न्यू हो तो सब्सक्राइब जरूर करना, लाइक करना मत भूलना भाइयों। लाइक नहीं कर रहे हो तुम लोग, लाइक करो। क्या कर रहे हो, फटाफट से लाइक करो भाई, स्ट्रीम को लाइक करो।
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Monumental
Red
occasion.
and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. There's the whistle.
I'll be accused of bias here, but I can't overlook the great professional that is Javier Zanetti.
How's that bias, Jib? He just has the lot. He has such class. Oh, he's been caught napping. Towering header. Firm header.
मतलब गोल्डन हेडर है तो मतलब क्रॉस ही खेलोगे तुम।
What a good effort.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Conte. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Azar. Rummenigge. Rummenigge showed plenty of zest
Double
in
touch
getting
करना
to the
चाहिए था
ball,
पहले ही।
but couldn't quite sort it out. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
That's been cut out. Well played. Tonali, well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
He's in a great position here. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, what has happened here? No goals as yet. Has a look and plays it forward. And it's Tonali. And that could send him on
ऑफसाइड
his
है।
way.
ओ
Caught offside that time. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Zanetti.
Milan really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
भाई ऊपर
Yeah,
खिला
some
ले,
would say
जीत
that,
थोड़ी
that
रहा है
means
तू।
they play the
हेलो
game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes
छूटिया
that's
प्लेयर
going to
है।
matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
Tonali. Kaka quietly revving up. Just eases him off the ball.
Berbatov really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And it's Kaka. Looking for options for movement.
यस ऑफ द
Berbatov is flagged offside. Nori. Jordan Henderson is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And it's Tonali. And here's Shevchenko. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And here's Berbatov.
क्या है भाई ये?
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Nesta can get it clear. And that's gone loose. Lovely bit of skill. Kaká. Big chance! That's another chance!
क्या lucky goal है चूतिया?
Surprise, surprise. Look who turns up to give his side the ultimate lift before the break. Now we can look forward to a whole different game in this second half.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put...
And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Madrid currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. The second half is up and running.
Madrid really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Tonali can see things others simply cannot. Zanetti is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Tonali. Oh, good spread. Zanetti. Kaká. Showing good feet. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Henderson makes the interception. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And it's Zanetti. That's a good foray he's making. He won't be happy with that one. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Madrid are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition.
क्या
It's gotta
करना
change.
चाहता है भाई? चूतिया प्लेयर है क्या थोड़ा?
Tonali looking to pass their way up the pitch. Could be danger here. He's
क्लियर करो ना भाई, क्लियर करो ना.
And the keeper couldn't hold it. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Now that looks a decent ball, and that's very disappointing, it has to be said.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And no, that was never going to make it.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, good-looking ball.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Oh, that is a nice touch. It's Eto'o! And a truly agonising miss.
Oh, they really
क्रिकेट
needed
मैच है
him to
भाई.
put that away.
छोड़ो भाई, फकड़ मत. चूतिया गेम बहनचोद.
And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
क्या चूतिया गेम है बहनचोद. Anyone friendly match? I. हाँ भाई देखो चैट में कोई है तो इसके साथ फ्रेंडली खेल लो कोई. बाय द वे जनरल भाई वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम. क्या हाल चाल ब्रदर तुम्हारे?
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then. Now here, Jim, is a truly unique player, Sergio Busquets, a player who's... Griezmann! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. And now the breakaway. Now it's Batistuta. Best. He's found a way through. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders.
बहनचो जब मेरे अगेंस्ट टैकल करते तब तो रेड नहीं होता.
It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of...
Griezmann! And we have our very first corner. Ball is over the line. Forced to go back. Oh, look, it's Gerrard! And he has kept it out somehow.
Gerrard really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game. Eto'o tries to clear. And now they can spring out of defence.
बहन के लौड़े जब रन कर रहा था रोक क्यों गया तू?
Receives it in a wide position. And that has left him in a heap. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Seedorf. Rummenigge. Eto'o looking for the chance to skim one in from range.
Huesca definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Looking to play him in. Played out to the left flank. That's an excellent interception. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Huesca clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Hazard!
There it is! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's a...
Goes for a shot! And again, he is at his elastic best.
Best really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save.
Vieira can see things others simply cannot. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Wow.
Now it's Batistuta.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
ऐसे काय करते हो रे?
And that's been intercepted.
Shut
He
up,
read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Gerrard shifted it to the flank. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Azar. Thinks one through. And that signals the end of the first period. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think we're seeing a very good example of what to do when you're a man light. Some of the covering play has been hugely impressive, and that owes a lot to focus and discipline, which have been top-notch, of course, since the sending off.
Madrid have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And so the action is resumed.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Great chance!
Nice save
Well,
by
he got rid because he was under
Mr.
pressure.
Schmeichel. Nice save.
Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Best. And this is back. And the shot! It's a goal!
क्या भाई इंटरसेप्ट कर रहा है फिर से कैसे मार सकता है वो?
An equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
That is so good, such sharp skills. And tries one from range. An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
And the return pass. Passing is crisp and sharp. Vieira.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Hazard really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, he's having a go! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Busquets is always scanning the pitch for targets. Griezmann, quality ball. Batistuta, decent chance! Oh, good finish.
तेरे उधर से कैसे निकल रहा है
And
वो?
the comeback is complete. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Griezmann.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little
Picture,
while.
साला.
Number
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Rafinha. Number
Huesca
21,
surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Messi. Number 20, Filippo Inzaghi.
Great vision. Rafinha in acres of space out wide. Madrid now in a position of desperate urgency.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage. Huesca nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And this is Eto. And he can thump it away.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Doué is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Toure kept his eye on it. The shrill sound of the whistle.
क्या हो
and
रहा
that
है
is
भाई
that.
कुछ भी हो रहा है बहनचोद
Madrid illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have
दो मैच
seen
में से
so
स्क्रिप्टेड
many
हो रहा है
times,
भाई
they ended
हर
up
एक
with
रिकॉर्ड
nothing.
बाहर जा रहा है
Exciting one too. We're about to
Madrid
announce today's
really
lucky
did
numbers.
suffer for their
Please
lack
watch
of
the
numbers
screen if you
here.
have a ticket.
They were just ground down by the numerical disadvantage. Ultimately, it required that bit more than they could combat from an opposition set up.
हाँ तो हाँ स्मार्ट एसेस यूजर हो तो भाई गेम ने दिया है खेलो मेरी मर्जी मैं क्या करूँ स्मार्ट एसेस खेलूँ या ना करूँ गेम ने दिया जब तक गेम पे है खेलो भाई स्मार्ट एसेस हुई थे स्पेस टू भाई इसमें सेम क्या है इसमें सेम क्या है भाई गेम ने दिया है खेलो मेरी मर्जी बहन चोत मैं कुछ भी खेलूँ मेरी अकाउंट मेरी फ़ोन मेरी इंटरनेट तुम्हारे क्यों चल रही है भाई भाई इसमें शेम की क्या बात है भाई तुम्हारी मर्जी भाई तुम खेलो या ना खेलो मैं तो खेलता हूँ भाई तुम गांड मराओ तुम नहीं खेलोगे तो तुम गांड मराओ भाई क्या पे लिखा है क्या भाई स्मार्ट एसेस नहीं खेल सकते पेट टू इनके साथ
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here.
Lothar Matthäus is going to have a huge influence here, Peter.
Well, it's hard to argue with that. In any game at any time, he is as influential as they come.
Yeah, and he'll be right in the thick of it in the middle of the park, combining the roles of number 10, central midfielder, defensive midfielder. Sometimes he's even sweeper, so watch out for those late attacking runs from deep. And don't be surprised if he gets himself on the score sheet too.
Now it's Hazard. That's a sharp pass, and it's made its way to him. It's a pretty loose pass. Yaya Toure. Now it's Hazard. Rummenigge. Matthäus. Now, can they get him away? No, it's come to nothing. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Vieira. It's Asa!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Pinches it off him. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were
पहले
pedestrian
उसको
in
रिसीव कर भाई
possession
पहले
and
भाग रहा है
carried almost no threat at all. Still goalless. Van Balten kept his eye on it, and he's there. Lovely, now then.
अरे यार अच्छा टैकल कर रहा है बे
Try
ओपोनेंट.
card. Rivaldo going face to face with his great rival.
Madrid really are a team that like to break lines.
Yeah, they love doing that, and it does work.
Yeah, plenty of balls in behind Peter, just needs to find the right run now.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he was quick to react. Can he get on the end of this? Seedorf. Yaya Toure. Thuram. Pressing high and with purpose. Rummenigge. Vieira is onto this. Real
अरे
chance!
हर एक शॉट ब्लॉक हो रहा.
Same again, same outcome.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
कमेंट्री ऑफ करके रखे है क्या मैंने? अरे यार गलती से बहुत जोर से चला.
Oh, good effort! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
तो चालू है. कमेंट्री नहीं हो रहा है क्या? हेलो.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Thuram. And it's Azar. Eto.
मान ले भाई एक मारने दे शॉट. हर एक ब्लॉक कर रहा है तू.
And the shot! They've scored!
I think this is a very welcome time for a goal, Peter. There was a momentary drop-off in the defence, and he was just too good a player to miss that. A special talent has given us all a very special memory.
Simplicity itself.
डबल टच
From
कर
a
ले.
defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good,
नहीं
but
गलती.
the defence...
There's the shot! Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. Madrid are up by one then, but really feel they should be up by more. Madrid up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Madrid can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Madrid definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
शॉट मार ले.
A real
Straight up
chance
kaat gaya bhai
and
tu.
a real let-off.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a
काट
warning
दे
to
ही
the
दिया इसको.
opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Rummenigge. Now that looks a decent ball.
Might want to be careful there.
ये भी
And the
कार्ड
whistle
है.
has gone for a reckless challenge there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. And here's Eto. No question, this is the man you want to get on to the end of things. Decent chance! And he can clear it
भाई
away.
इतने धीरे से. भाई आउटसाइड कल करना. भाई आउटसाइड कल कराया था तेरे.
Crossed in once more. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Rummenigge
पहले
really
मान लो.
needed to concentrate
shot.
on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And he plays one through.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
And that
अरे यार
interception
अच्छा ब्लॉक कर रहा है
was
बंदा.
most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
No, again, there's no way through. And it's Azar. Azar will not want to lose out
भाई
here,
डबल
not
टच
against this
डबल टच
opponent.
करने जाता हो तो ब्लॉक हो
Looking for
जाता
the
है.
run.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
टैकल टैकल.
Rummenigge unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. No, no way through.
रिवोल्टो को छोड़ना ही नहीं है.
He won't be happy with that one.
ये वाला रिवोल्टो होल प्लेयर है.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Picked out and he shoots! Off the
लकी
post.
लकी.
And it's been hooked away. And there goes their last chance. Madrid have
भाई
done
रिस्टार्ट
it.
करने दो रुको.
Their solitary strike ultimately proving just.
कैसे कमेंट्री नहीं हो रहा. म्यूट था. Tudung. ये हुई ना बात. ये हुई ना बात. मस्त आ रहा है भाई. आवाज आ रहा है. अरे नेस्ता को बोलो भूल गया. हाँ.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days.
And the finish! He
इसको
won't be
खिला रहा
happy
है
with
भाई.
that one. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Shevchenko. And this is Hazard. I think that's
ये
offside.
बहुत ऊपर चला
Yes,
जाता है,
it
इसको
is.
काउंटर करके ऑफ करना पड़ेगा.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, that looks a cracking ball.
I think it's only right for me to respectfully acknowledge Fabio Cannavaro as being a little giant.
Yeah, not the tallest of centre-halves, but
Fabio
amongst the
Cannavaro
most
is a little
commanding.
giant.
Yeah, and whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for in other areas. Anticipation, timing and tactical intelligence, they're all top class.
Seedorf is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Now it's Shevchenko. Rijkaard wins the duel
गलत
this
घुमा
time.
भाई, सेक्शन को ऐसे नहीं घूमना
Madrid
था.
yet to have an attempt on goal. Yaya Toure. Passing nice and neat. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
यहाँ पर
Madrid
इसका
are a
डिस्टर्ब
team
करेगा.
that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. That's going to go a long way. Cristiano Ronaldo. Ambitious ball here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he thumps it clear. Rummenigge. Perez. Could move up a gear here. And it's Griezmann. It's Belletti. Belletti. He is just caressing the ball. And this is Griezmann.
ये कितनी देर करेगा ऐसे?
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the pass is intercepted. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And the shot!
क्यों मारता है भाई?
Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
And that is the end of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So neither side has found a way through yet.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for...
Rummenigge! Oh, he's given that plenty, but
बस
no.
टर्निंग मारना
I don't think
चाहिए
anyone's
था.
really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
Yaya Toure. Griezmann, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Rijkaard really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
No way through. Best part of an hour and still no breakthrough from either side.
भाई रूमी बहुत आगे चला गया भाई तू.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Now it's Shevchenko.
पास
Oh,
तो
that's
है
a
भाई.
very big chance!
पास तो है भाई.
He's
पास तो
got
है.
a goal! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Madrid have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Belletti. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Spread out to the left. Perez.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Ball's gone out of play. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh, that's a key interception. Cristiano Ronaldo. Just 5 minutes left. Rummenigge, given the lift of his goal.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
Has been indicated.
And this is Shevchenko, and he's picked it up out wide. That's very neat. Shoots! And that is well cleared.
That is
And
well
that will be
clear.
it. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The
That
two
was
sides
stunts,
separated
bro.
by the
That
game's
was
only
stunts.
goal. Rummenigge taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match.
जो देख रहा है स्ट्रीम को लाइक जरूर कर देना भाई उस स्ट्रीम को. और बिना सब्सक्राइब के मत जाना. सब्सक्राइब जरूर करना भाई. सब्सक्राइब करना है तुम लोगों को. सब्सक्राइब. लास्ट मैच है ठीक है. लास्ट भाई जो देख रहे हैं भाई लाइक जरूर कर देना। भाई लाइक नहीं कर रहे हो, क्या कर रहे हो तुम लोग भाई, लाइक क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो?
The noise is
लाइक
just
करो
about
भाई, ओ
reaching
लाइक करो,
emotional
फटाफट
peak
से
as
लाइक
both
करो।
sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
David De Gea, simply because of the remarkable strides he's made to earn the worldwide respect that now exists. From an insecure, hesitant spell, he's grown into a supremely confident and assured character.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. De Gea gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Played out to the left flank. And it's Baggio. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. Oh, good ball! And Owen! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Mendes makes the interception.
Mendes.
Hazard. Great vision. Now it's Owen. And this is Roberto Baggio. Takes a shot!
नहीं होगा भाई, उधर से नहीं होता।
All by himself.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
दोनों सीम अप से करूँगा टाइट मार्किंग लोगों को। Sure.
The Netherlands with the corner, they're first. Cleared without hesitation. And here's Baggio. That is lovely. Baggio will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And this is Owen. Now that is a hefty challenge.
Owen really was well.
Ball. Eight to stream
a try!
Added time.
And he's straight offside. Oh, given offside once more.
फिर से कैसे ऑफसाइड?
That's the end of the first 45. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Madrid just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. Away we go again. Madrid currently ahead by the smallest of margins. That is good alertness. Vieira. Ferdinand. This is a promising build-up. And it's Azar. Now, can they get him away? Ferdinand gets it clear. And he welcomes it in. Rummenigge.
पहले कंट्रोल करना चाहिए था.
Owen threads one in. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Pings a header! And that's in.
कंट्रोल के बच्चे भाई ऐसे ही खेलने आते हैं बहुत सारी बालें सिर्फ कोर्स
Well, it
करना
looks
आता है.
like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Foot in.
निकलना बीच में से.
Roberto Baggio. And here's Vieri. Lovely bit of skill. Always goal side. It's loose now and they want to get it back. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
तुम्ही कंट्रोल कर ले.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Can he finish? And he hits the net. And they get themselves in front. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
Oh, that's a very decent ball now.
The Netherlands really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Owen. Now it's Vieri.
The Netherlands
कैसे
really
धक्का दिया
don't have
भाई
a
जोर
choice
से.
now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Gerrard. Nicely aimed pass.
2 added minutes.
And this is
have been
Owen.
indicated.
Oh, that's superb. 2 minutes to be added on. And this is Eto. He has found the way through. Now, who's going to be first to this? He is through here. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win, and it came down to one decisive moment.
चलो भाई बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया स्ट्रीम के आने के लिए, बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा शुक्रिया स्ट्रीम पे आने के लिए। कल मिलते हैं न्यू स्ट्रीम पे, आज के लिए इतना ही। थैंक यू, गुड नाइट, शुभ रात्रि सबको, बाय बाय।